Hey, y'all. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm your boy, The Kempire, and this is The Kempire channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. This is So Much More, where we recap some of your favorite reality shows. I'm excited to start recapping some scripted shows like And Just Like That Season 2. If you missed our recaps of And Just Like That Season 1, go Google Schmoogle and watch it because Season 2 is only a few weeks away. Less than a few weeks away, a couple of weeks away. Excited about that return and Samantha Jones' surprise return. So stay tuned for that, guys. Don't forget to let me know where you are watching from and how you would rate the latest episode of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. I just rewatched it. You know, we were live earlier for our Real Housewives of Atlanta recaps. If you missed that, be sure to check that out. And I told you I had to go and rewatch Summer House Martha's Vineyard because I'm so glad that I did because there's always these little things that I notice after a second watch, and I'm just like, oh, that's what she said? Or that's the face he made? Wait, not Preston talking about his big black. Preston adds the funny. I love Preston being a part of the show. And shout out to Jason. Hold on, let me bring my picture. Do I have a picture of Jason here? Hold on. I think I do already. Do I have a picture of Jason? I don't. Let me bring one up. I have one right here ready to go. Let me bring up a picture of Jason because Jason's the newest cast member of the show. Hold on. Let me bring him up because Jason was a perfect addition to this show. I feel like he's funny. I like he's already giving us all the details into his life. Okay? So I'm loving Jason so far. And I actually, look, and it might be the Jamaican connection, but I'm going to give, I love Summer too. So let me bring up a picture of Summer as well. These are the new additions that just came into the house. And honestly, they are very likable. They're very likable. They're very, what's the word? Like I like their personalities so far. Like there's no one that I want off the show. And I know what you guys want. You want Bria off. But no, I keep telling you, no, Bria is necessary. She's necessary. Every show needs a villain. This season, it's her turn. Okay. But Jason, who's been in our comment section, shout out to the cast. We appreciate you. But Jason, because I don't care if you're in the comment section. I still would read you for filth if I didn't like you. I like him. He's just naturally funny. I like we're already getting his story. All right, I'm already jumping ahead of myself, but we'll get back to Jason in a second. All right, let's get into a countdown. Let me know where you're watching from. Don't forget to vote in our YouTube live poll or live chat if you're watching on TikTok, Twitch, or on Facebook. Let us know how you would rate the latest episode 5 of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. And I keep telling you, go tag Bravo and tell them you want a reunion without Andy Cohen as the host. Okay, you can leave that part out because if it means we're going to get a reunion, I guess we'll take Andy. And we will have to talk about this because I have changed my feelings on Amir.
Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter. I got the fuse. You make a fire. I'll add the fuel. Follow me, lady. Just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, guys. Your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, don't forget to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but every channel that covers similar topics, especially this new show. Tiffany says, Amir is giving thirsty. Exactly, girl. Exactly, girl. Okay, so you can see, look, he's still a good-looking man, but I always tell you this. You got to know, for me, like, good-looking is great. However, personality is even better. Personality is even better. I mean, where should we begin? Should we begin? Let's begin with Watch What Happens Live. Someone said, hold on. Auntie Eva says, I don't watch What Happens Live. No one does, girl. Only me for research. Okay, they're seeing some of their best ratings this season because of Scandal. Lucky you, Andy. But when you're not talking about Scandal, those ratings are still. Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on 1 second. All right, Mama Allie, thank you for this, but these side conversations, please email me. You don't have to send a super chat. We appreciate that, but these kind of things we could talk on email. But yeah, thank you for the super chat. All right, back to this. All right, Bria probably already disliked the video. Bria, we appreciate you watching, girl. I don't drag you like the way the audience does, though. I think I'm actually pretty nice to you. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe I should drag Bria today. Yakini says, I actually liked Amir that much more after watching what happens live. He is serious about finding a relationship, #settling down, and comes off very mature and wholesome. Not an F-boy at all. No, he didn't come across as an F-boy on Watch What Happens Live. He came across as thirsty AF. Look, I don't even know. Look. No. Oh, Bria's here. Oh, Bria says, I love you. Oh, okay. Bria, did you dislike the video, Bria? Look. Bria's here. Bria says, drag me. You know her, Bria. Come on now. I'm not going to drag you. No, I keep telling you guys, Bria, we needed Bria this season. We can't like everybody on a show. We'll get back to Bria in a second. D-Miles says, I'm Team Bria. She doesn't take anyone's mess and she calls out the BS. Elizabeth says, why Bria even there? Because you need a villain, and she's going to be the villain. We'll get to Bria in a second. All right, so back to Amir. Because Amir and Bria, look, they were here in my city. How dare you? Actually, I ended up, not that I liked Bria more on Watch What Happens Live, but Bria was herself on Watch What Happens Live. I think I saw a different side of Amir on Watch What Happens Live that gave thirst. And I never like a thirsty person. I don't like it. I don't like it in my men. I don't like it in my friends. I don't like thirsty people or clout chasing people. And I get it. Thirsty and thriving to do things. Look, I can respect it. It just gave too much like wipe off your nose, Amir. Wipe off. He DM'd Andy last year. How you doing, Andy?
How you doing?
He DM'd Andy last year. Oh, wait, let me say this comment. About you're gonna know my name one day. Yeah, but not for the reasons you think, Amir. Y'all know Andy love a black man, but Andy, he's straight, allegedly.
How you doing?
Or is he straight? Wait, okay, calm down. I can't wait to have a live audience. This is going to be a mess. You guys are going to be so distracting. So here's the thing. I don't mind someone that's, working hard, thriving, but it was that comment and then several other comments throughout this interview with Andy on Watch What Happens Live. And I was just sort of like, really? It really turned me off to Amir. I mean, look, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he's just a reality TV star. He's 26 too. Look, he's also 26, so that makes a big difference. He'll understand where I'm coming from when he's my age. I'm my age. How old are you, Kempire? You're not that old. I know, I look good. L6 says, Amir, how tall is Amir? Amir is handsome, but he is too short for me. How tall is he? Yes, he says, "Oh my God, you're gonna make me watch what happens live." I'm so confused. Watch the clips. Watch the clips. It just made me look at him differently. And a bunch of you all agree with me. A bunch of you all agreed with me. There's something about that in his conversation with Andy that just gave very thirst. There were a few comments that he made last night that was just like, eh. I mean, he's still a very good looking man. The situation with Jordan is not happening. It's not happening. And I don't blame it. Like, he tried. But she's not interested in Amir. Maybe he's too nice. Oh, Amir's 5'7"? Oh, damn. Hey, Amir. Sidebar. I'm on Tinder. Don't swipe at me. Leave me alone. I'm on Tinder. Why on Tinder it says I'm 5'6"? I just noticed this yesterday. Okay, hold on. Wait, this is comment because I couldn't think of the term, but thank you. Shut up, honey. Shut up. I mean, there's a few of them out there. Look, there are plenty of these straight men trying to make money off of gays on their OF. Look, can we talk? This is not Kempire After Dark. I'll do it again. I'll do another one. Exact. Mamiana says he has a girlfriend now. Amir's watching. Thanks, Amir, for the dislike. We appreciate it. Or someone that thinks they can get with Amir and it's not going to happen. Amir has a girlfriend. Word on the street, he had a girlfriend when he was filming, allegedly. So all this situation with Jordan, was it just for TV? Like, everything that he was saying on the show, on Watch What Happens Live, made me look at him differently. It makes me look at the show differently. But a lot of you have said there's something about Amir that you don't like, and you called him out for a few different things, including for allowing Mariah to go home. All of you have been saying justice for Mariah. No, they better bring Mariah back next season. Bria, you're in the chat. Bria, you're in the chat. Bria says fake news. I don't believe you, Bria. You guys are too tight. Bria, how are you and Mariah? Look, how are you, Mariah? Would you film with Mariah next season? Okay. Oh, someone asked how tall I am. I'm 5'10". Not 5'6" as Tinder wants to make it seem. 5'11" on a good day. With the right shoes. Just saying. Oh, see, Daniel says justice for Mariah. Justice for Mariah. A lot of people have said that. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about Summer House Martha's Vineyard. I'm loving the show. And apparently a lot of you are loving the show as well. I keep telling you, hashtag Summer House Martha's Vineyard, hashtag Summer House MV at Bravo. Let them know you want a reunion. Bria, do you want a reunion? Of course you do. A little bit more, 15 minutes of your 15 minutes of fame. Of course you do. Danielle says Bria can't be the villain and the victim. Bria, what do you have to say to that? Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. She said the poll is messing up the chat. What's going on with the poll? Keep voting. Look, keep voting. All right. Once we let's get to 500 votes in the poll, and then I'll end the poll. Okay, so y'all can calm down. Okay, Yakini, who has a crush on Amir, says this. Y'all are being a little harsh on Amir. I still think he's sweet and a stand-up guy. What reality star isn't thirsty? Well, I have to say, maybe those reality stars hide it better. Even Bria hided her thirst a lot better. Uh-oh, Jasmine's in here. Not Jasmine and Bria. Oh, shoot. What's oh, my God. Thomasina says Bria changed to be more happy this episode only because her man was coming. I mean, come on. Y'all sometimes y'all have to look at the situation and pertain it to your own life. If your man was showing up after you've been without sex for, I don't know, what, day 8? if your man was showing up, wouldn't you be a little happy? Wouldn't your private area be a little? Okay, this is not Kempire After Dark. All right. Okay, let me end this poll because y'all going through it today. I ended the poll. Are you happy now? Either way, you guys were rating this episode pretty high. Live chat, let us know how you specifically would rate the latest episode of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Let me get into the episode. So I just wanted to weigh in a little bit on Bria and Amir's appearance on Watch What Happens Live last night. They look great. I actually thought Bria was herself on the show, on Watch What Happens Live. I was just a little more shocked by Amir. And yes, Amir is surprised this season. I thought he might be one of those, like dumb jock situation, and he wasn't. But then a lot of you have said some of his antics on the show you felt were pre-produced and not real. And then after seeing his behavior on Watch What Happens Live in The Thirst, I was like, oh, I see what this is. It's okay, Amir. I'm not judging you. The love affair between us, though, it's over. It's done.
That's really upsetting to me, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't say that.
I said it. All right. But a lot of you are rating this pretty high. I'm enjoying the season, but I told you, and I'm going to say this every week until we get to the season finale. The thing that's missing from this cast, because I literally worked with people, friends with people that grew up summering at the Vineyard. And I feel like none of these people have ever summered there. And if they did, it was probably like once. And we also need them filming this summer. So Bravo, what are we doing? What's the decision? Are they getting a season 2? I need them at the Vineyard this summer so we can film. And no, don't wait. I know it's expensive. Come on, y'all got it. Come on. Ooh. Asata says, I saw Amira on Instagram. He is in a relationship. So why is he acting like he's single? Because he feels like that sells better. He feels like that sells better. Like everything I look at Amir now, I look as calculated. Anyways, I'm going to get up off Amir. All right, I'm going to get into the episode. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be live at 12:30 p.m. Eastern for our Tuesday takeover, where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news as well. We will be talking about the ratings for Real Housewives of Atlanta if they're out by then as well, along with Summer House MV. So stay tuned for that. All right. Jamie says, I honestly don't get the hype with Amir. He's okay. I think Alex and Jason are way cuter. I think that's perception. Everyone is attracted to people for different reasons. I mean, I think Alex is very good looking. Jason, I think Jason is good looking too. Here's the thing. Jason's eyes creep me out a little bit. Look. And it's not the color of the eye. Maybe it's the combination. Maybe it's the combination of the color and just the way that they're big. They're big. But look, he's a good look. Jason's a good looking man. If he flirted with me out in the streets, I mean, he's straight. Look, he just had a baby. Well, his baby mama just had a baby. But I wouldn't turn him away. I wouldn't turn him away. And Alex is cute too. Alex's personality. Where's my picture of Alex? Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I got a picture of Alex. No, I don't. Damn, Alex, you need to bring it more during the season so I have a picture of you. Where's my picture? Oh, hold on. So Alex is the one sitting on the right. Okay, he's the guy sitting on the right. So Alex is remember he's related to John Legend. Okay. And that's why I'm big on personality. Like, looks are important to me. Don't get me wrong. That's gonna suck me in. All right, that suck me in. There's something about his personality that falls flat for me. So that's where I would probably be like, all right. It's something, and I love to meditate. I love me some poetry. It feels a little forced though. I don't know if it's 100% him. But there's not really any ugly people here on this cast. Let's be honest. Who's ugly on... Look, don't say who's ugly. That'd be terrible. Who's ugly on this cast? There's not an ugly person in sight. But like I said, you know, that's all perception. All right, let me focus. Can we focus, y'all? Y'all know what you're here for. Let me start with the episode. Where are my notes? All right, let me open up my notes. All right. So this episode starts off with the fight between Bria and Silas. All right, because you know we ended last week's episode with the fight with Bria and Alex. Why am I saying Bria and Alex? No, Bria and Silas, Jasmine's husband. You saw how they changed their tune real quick. They got a little tequila and they got some watches. Oh, I'm gonna get y'all in 2 seconds because y'all really, I was like, really? It showed who they really are. It really showed who they really are. And I'm looking at them with the side eye. I'm really looking at them with the side eye. Really? Because I was defending Silas last week. Because Bria, I disagreed with you. Because you made it seem like he had a problem with Simon's race. As opposed to, no, we just don't want someone staying here for that long. And a lot of you brought up a good point. He could just stay at a hotel. I'm just basing this off of last week. Bria lost her mind up in the house. She's like, well, you guys are having sex. And first of all, the amount of... Poor Amir. Whoa, Amir. Amir had to leave his room to go to the living room because of all of the sex sounds that, look, all of the sex sounds between Jasmine and Silas. That would annoy the hell out of me. Okay, let me tell y'all a story real quick. It's not a story. In college, I moved out when I was 18 years old, and I was in college, and we shared, there was only like a wall between us, and we built up a little door situation. But it was really just like a studio situation. And look, I hadn't come out the closet since I was like 20, 21, somewhere around there. But I also wasn't bringing people over to the apartment. My roommate had a girlfriend, he had hookups, and that's all I would hear. All 4 years. I don't know how I graduated cum laude. Heterosexual sex. Look. Okay, maybe bring this to Kempire After Dark on Twitter. So, yes, Auntie Eva says, is that why Amir slept downstairs? Yep. Because I watched it really quickly yesterday, and I was like, why is he on the couch? Doesn't he have a room? It's because Silas and Jasmine were having loud sex. And look, they're newlyweds, so I don't blame them. But if it's interfering with the people sleeping, you got to be a little bit more respectful. But I understand Bria. Bria's like, you over here having all kinds of sex. Why can't I get none? I said this last week. I'm going to say it again this week. I didn't see a problem with Simon staying an extra couple of days. But I get it. Have a conversation with the entire house to make that decision. But I don't understand the big deal. And apparently it really wasn't a big deal. Because by the end of this episode, they got a little tequila and some new watches. And they completely changed their mind. But Bria, I did not agree with the connotation that you are making that Silas was only doing this because Simon was white. I didn't like that. So that's how the episode started, with their fight. Jasmine, you still in the chat? Why were you telling Bria to go to her room? When I first saw that, I was like, why is she saying that? Like she's a little girl. Go to your room. I am grown. I'm an equal roommate in this home. I am not going to go to my room. She went to her room though. Nick and Amir brought her some meal. Okay, girl. Okay, Jason, who provides these little, if you're not even paying attention to some of the commentary that's happening, you're missing out because Jason's commentary in this moment where people are battling over whether or not this man stays, he's like, what is going on with these people? Like, it's irritating. And then Summer says the same thing. She's just like, if this is going to make Bria happy, just let the man stay. Just let the man stay. I didn't see the big deal, honestly. But before we say it's a storyline that Todd set up for the BS, no. Keep in mind some of the fights that you got in with people in college when you would do these sort of group trips together. People would fight and argue about these things. So I believe it was real. Cassius says, I'm not a Jasmine fan. You're not the only one. Not me personally. Because I told you guys, I like Jasmine. She's like a little Kyle Richards. Elsinga says, thank you, Kempire. We should never weaponize racism in that way, especially on national television. But I've seen on social media, a lot of people do not like Jasmine. Jasmine, please do not change. That means you're doing something right. Come on. Tamisha on my TikTok says Jasmine's annoying. Jasmine, keep bringing that same annoying behavior next season, please. Please. All right, Bria's in the chat, y'all. Bria says, no, I wasn't. I asked him a question. Miss, don't know how to pay attention. Girl, I'm gonna need you to be clear for me so I know what you're talking about. It felt that way though, Bria. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anyways, buckle up. We're not done with Bria. I have to say, this was a pretty good episode for Bria. Because at the top of it, you're not really like her. By the end of it, you're like, oh, all right. But the group votes that they don't think that Simon should stay. Bria, were you already packing those little gifts for people in your room? So you had the watches on you this entire time, or were you just waiting for the watches to come? Let us know in the chat. We're getting some behind the scenes. They're in the chat, y'all. All right. Bella says that Jasmine was trying to balance the wife and turn up persona. That is a lot. I don't know if she was, I think she was definitely trying to balance being a wife. Her turn up persona, I felt like was turned down for this trip until next week. Next week, the turn up persona comes back. Again, what's important, and a lot of you pointed this out last week, is that we have to remember Silas and Jasmine met during the pandemic where you weren't able to go outside. You weren't able to go to the club. And even after we were able to go back outside, a lot of those clubs were shut down. So she wasn't able to do all the things she used to do. Damn, the pandemic messed everybody up. All right. Shan says that, hold on. Oh, damn. I lost your comment, Shan, but I saw what you said. Yakini, thank you so much for the super chat. Yakini says, on Watch What Happens Live, I didn't appreciate Andy shading Simon's gift after he found out he works in the watch industry. It was still a very thoughtful and kind gesture. Yakini, you're right. But you know what Andy likes to do because Andy has made his money a certain way. He's a little uppity in regards to that. I thought the same thing, Yakini. I was like, those are still expensive watches that he gave to them. What's the shade? They didn't know that he's in the business. They only know now because you brought it up on your show, Andy. That was a little shady. I didn't like that either, but you know that's Andy. Wendy, thank you so much for the super chat. Wendy says, Kempire, you are a mess. Wait, no, you are a hot mess. Damn. You crack me up with your facial expressions. Love from Manchester, England. I think that's the next place I'm going to go when I go back to London. I'm going to take a trip out to Manchester. Here to support with the super chat. Thank you so much, Wendy. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Tanya, thank you so much for the super chat. Tanya says, Bria is a total vibe. Love, love, love her. Her interview on Watch What Happens Live definitely sold me. And you clearly see everyone in the house love her but Jasmine. That's true, Tanya. That's a great thing to point out. It seemed as if, especially in this episode, you see that like Nick and Amir were going to check on her. A lot of people seem to, even Jordan, who's good friends with Jasmine, seems to show a lot of love to Bria too. Oh, Jasmine. But Jasmine, don't change. Team Bria. Okay. Don't change, Jasmine. Don't change. Oh, exactly. Teresa says a hookup is a hookup. Take the gift and be happy. And they did. It was Andy. He was jealous. He didn't get a watch. Don't give him a watch, Bria. Simon, do not send him a watch. Don't send me one either. I don't wear my good watches anymore since Apple came out with Apple Watch. I'm kidding. I know you weren't going to send me one. Don't send me one, please. But those were some nice. Okay, we'll get to the watches in a second. Oh, why am I so hyper? I didn't have coffee or anything. Or crack. I'm kidding. All right. Okay. C. John the Gamer says Bria won me over this episode and watch what happens live. All right. Danielle says I do like Bria more than Jordan. We got to talk about Jordan in a second, y'all. So let me focus. So we get to learn a little bit more about Jason's story. So I really do like the newbies that have come on, Summer and Jason. Jason, because his humor got me. I was like, all right, I like him. He's funny. I like him. So he just had a newborn. He's no longer with the baby mama, but they're co-parenting. So now he's out in Martha's Vineyard trying to get his groove back. Trying to get his groove back. Good for him. But in his pursuit of getting his groove back, he's not looking for, what's the word? I think I wrote this down. But his perspective is a little different because now he has a child. That's interesting. Children will change you. So he talks about co-parenting. Then we have Bria and Nick talk about Simon staying. And basically Nick is like, yeah, Simon is not going to be able to stay past, we voted. He's not going to be able to pass past the 3 days. And then Bria's like, well, then I'm going to leave with him. I mean, Bria, I don't think they'll miss you. I mean, the audience might miss you, but I don't think they will. All right. So from that, the other thing that he mentions, Nick. Remember we found out Nick has a secret girlfriend? Well, probably he says that the girlfriend might come out. Do you think we get to see the girlfriend this season? I don't think so. He don't even post her on social media. You think he's going to post her up on a reality show? And now I agree with a lot of you that said the only reason why he's mentioning this girlfriend now is because all the other ladies turned him down. Bria turned him down. Jordan turned him down, and Shanice. Shanice comes back next week, y'all. And end of the week, she's working. All right. So she's coming back next week, and she's getting naked in the hot tub with Simon. Oof. Okay. Back to this. So they had that conversation. Jordan is celebrating. You know, Jordan. I actually do like Jordan for the show. But I have a little bit of a change of heart when it comes to Jordan. Damn it, I need to get some separate photos of the cast. But you guys know who Jordan is. Jordan is in the white on the right. Not on the right, sorry. On the left, standing up. All right. And she has her hand on Shanice, who's sitting down. All right. So Jordan, I've liked her this season. But this episode, I have a little bit of a different feeling towards her. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to personalize it in a second. So she's celebrating 1 year of celibacy. She decided to take a break from having sex. And I feel like a lot of women do that. I don't see a lot of my male counterparts saying that they're taking a year of celibacy. Definitely not the gay ones. And then I thought to myself, could I do that for a year? I think I could. I mean, didn't we kind of do that during the pandemic unless you lived with somebody? Probably. So good for her. But she decided to do it because of a bad situationship. She tells the group about this during, her celebration of, this 1 year. But she also says that she's not going to jump into having sex now. But this was a goal. She wanted to have a year of celibacy. I do feel like a lot of women do that, specifically Black women. Is there a reason? I mean, it seemed as if Jasmine was just a little heartbroken from the situation that she had. Basically, she had a situationship. It wasn't a relationship. She had a situationship with this man, and he had a situation that she thought had ended, but ended up it didn't end. So I guess that messed with her in her head. So, oh, see, Danielle, come on. Danielle says, I did it 18 months in my 20s. Not your 20s, y'all. 18 months. You know what, Shireen? She said, you work hard enough, Kemp. You could. I mean, I could, but why would I? Why would I? No. I mean, I respect it. And honestly, I can see that there are, Amanda says, because these men are trash. That's why y'all do it. Damn. But I feel like there's clarity that comes from not being intimate with another person, because there's also that transfer of energy when you are intimate with someone. So she made a year, all right? Jordan tells Jasmine that she wants to invite Bria to this, celebration. And Jasmine's like, can we just not talk about the whole Simon issue and things like that? All right? She wants to celebrate. She just wants to focus on celebrating Jordan. Summer, who I was like, Summer. Oh, that's Jasmine. Hold on. I mixed up my Summers. So Summer, we find out, is mixed. She's biracial. So her father is Irish Canadian and she's Jamaican. Yes. So she's hosting, the episode is called You Jamaican Me Crazy. So she's hosting a Jamaican day, and it's going to be Jamaican food and things like that. Okay. So we find out she was raised, she doesn't know her father's side, the white side. She only knows, she grew up with the black side, the Jamaican side. So immediately I was like, I can relate to Jess, to Summer. So we find out that a little bit about Summer. Okay. So Summer and Alex have a conversation. Okay. Alex, meditate. Here's the thing. I meditate twice a day. All right. I've been doing that for probably 6 years. About 6 years. So for me, that's not woo-woo. Editors, I get it. You wanted to have a funny moment by when they're talking about editing and vibing. So they're liking each other, Summer and Alex. Here's the thing. I hate that we're still making people that practice meditation or anything that's not, what people consider normal. We're making it into this woo-woo-ness. But no, more and more people are meditating. Just saying. All right. So they're vibing. How do you guys feel about Summer and Alex possibly getting together? Are they together now? Jasmine says, honestly, the men on our show are all so different and should be celebrated. The representation matters. I agree. They are very different. Isn't that true? That is very true. Like, there's no one that's the same or falls in the same category for me. That's really, really true. Anyways, back to this. Stop distracting me. No, playing. All right, back to this. So Jordan, Jasmine, Preston, and Summer go out and they're talking about their relationships, and we find out why Jordan was in, why she decided to do the celibacy situation, and that's because of the situationship that she had with this guy. Then we find out Summer's relationship situation. She gets really emotional about it too. And Summer, I can relate to you. She's like, the next relationship that I get into, I don't want to jump into a relationship. I can so relate to that. You just want to kind of ease your way, especially if you have a habit of just jumping into a situation, like jumping all in hot, and then it burns out really quickly. I like Summer. One of the things that Jasmine says to Jordan in this conversation, she says that she wants Jordan to be excited about being with someone. This episode was very relatable to me. Very relatable to me in my own personal life. I'm talking about my personal life, but a friend of mine similarly said that to me. They want me to be in a relationship. And I said, mind your business. No, I didn't say that. That's basically what Jordan says. Not in this instance, later on. So Jasmine said she wants her to be excited. I took that. I was like, she wants her to have someone in her life. And look, I don't want to be one of those people that says, guys, you need someone to be happy. Obviously not. But you don't come to this world and this planet to be by yourself. You don't. you should learn to enjoy the time with yourself, but you don't come to this planet to be by yourself. You come to this planet to have friendships. You come to this planet to have love relationships. No matter how bad those relationships that you've been in over the years, all of those situations prepare you for the moment that you're in currently. You figure out the things that you like, the things that you don't like based off of those relationships. You figure out things about yourself, about people. So I didn't take what Jasmine said to Jordan in a bad way. I think she's like, I want to see you happy because Jordan, let's be honest. There is a little combativeness about you that sometimes you go from 0 to 100 and we're like, whoa. And I can appreciate that you don't want people to just like you because you're beautiful. You want them to get to know you on a deeper level. I get that. But girl, we'll get to you in a second. Guys, if you just joined us, we're talking about Summer House Martha's Vineyard. If you're part of the replay crew, as always, be sure to let me know your thoughts on the episode, how you would rate it, all of that, all right? And be sure to like the video if you haven't already. We already have almost 1,000 people on YouTube alone watching our recap, and we appreciate you guys taking time out for this new show on Bravo TV. They're not paying me, but at this point. Okay, Yakini agrees with me. Yakini says, yes, very combative. Yeah, I don't, and mind you, I didn't feel that so strongly until this week. Especially when she was talking about Jasmine and what Jasmine had to say. We'll unpack that in a second. I know you guys are going to have different thoughts. So Honey Crawford, thank you so much for the super chat. Honey says, Bria, you and Simon can send me a watch, girl. Love your lives, Kempire. Come on. Oh my God. It did feel, look, we'll talk about the watches in a second. C Breezy, thank you so much for the super chat. C Breezy says, Jasmine is jealous of Bria and the other single women. They didn't have to settle for... Oh my God. They didn't have to settle for bad Jack Rabbit missionaries for 3 hots and a cot. Here's the thing though, y'all. Some people like that. Everyone has different vibes and energy and movements that bring them pleasure. That might not work for you or me, but some people like it. Look, damn, y'all shady. Tanya, thank you so much for the super chat. Tanya says, if Bria is still in the chat, can she give us an update on what happened in Cannes? Oh, well, yeah. You know, I did a separate video talking about Bria being wrongfully arrested in Cannes. If you missed that video, be sure to check that out. All right. All right. And yes, thank you, Foxy, for reminding. Shout out to our King Scars, guys. Don't forget to say hello and thank you to them. Don't forget our Pride merch is now available at houseofkempire.com. Or if you head on over to TheKempire.com, click the shop button and it will bring you to our merch for Pride. All right. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. Are they fighting in the chat? Is the cast fighting in the chat? Hold on. No, let me focus on my recap. All right. So Summer talked also about the recent breakup that she's in and how she's approaching her next relationship. All right. All right. I already talked about Summer and Alex and their flirtation. All right. So Summer hosts a Jamaican, night with the group. So everyone's getting dressed up. They start eating the food. The food's a little too spicy for them. Jasmine doesn't like the spicy, but Silas likes the spicy. His mom makes something very different for Jasmine when she's visiting. She's like, take my black card away. It's okay, Bria. I'm not Bria. It's okay, Jasmine. All right, but poor Amir. Amir says, let me go get some milk. I can't, the Lebanese, they like their things sweet. Is that true? I feel like Middle Eastern folks do like a little spice too. Maybe not hot spice. I don't want him speaking for all Lebanese. Y'all let me know in the chat. Is it really the sweet? All right. So they then end up playing this game called Dare or Drink. All right. A lot of the people took dares. We have, at one point, Nick was like, I am not jumping in the pool because he's like, I have expensive things on. But he eventually jumps in the pool when Summer is dared to give someone a lap dance. And Alex is like, she knows she wanted to give me the lap dance, but she gave it to Nick, who has a girlfriend, allegedly. Allegedly. So he ends up jumping in the pool after he gets the lap dance. All right. Milo, at one point, who's the star of the show. Hold on. Where's my Milo picture? Hold on. Oh, whoa, Milo. Milo is the star of this season. Come on now. The star of this season. Look at that cutie patootie. He tried humping Jason's arm. Jason was like, get off of me. Get off of me. The star this season. That's why he's in the actual cast photo. Just saying, where's my cast photo? Milo's in the cast photo. Where's my cast photo? Hold on, y'all. Wait, he's not in this picture? Oh no, he's at the all the way at the bottom. You can't even see him in this picture. Hold on, let me bring it. Yeah, there you go. Milo is the star of this show. He is the star. He's the unproblematic one on this show. Until he starts humping Jason's arm without his permission. One of the things that I did enjoy when they were playing this game, they were all asking for consent. You remember maybe 5 years ago, it wasn't that long ago, people would do certain things on these shows and in real life without asking for consent. But all of these people during this, they were asking for consent. At one point, Amir was dared to give Jordan a lap dance. And he asked for consent. I loved it. Amir, you look like you've done that before. Anyone else? The way he magic mic'd Jordan, girl, Jordan was like this. I'm not asking Jordan to be like this, but girl, you didn't have to do that. You could just been like this. Summer wanted it to be her. Summer was hot. Summer was hot. But Jordan's like, girl, then say no. Say no. Summer would have said yes. And Summer probably would have been like, yes. Let it be Preston. That would have been interesting. Amir said that he and Preston are actually really close now. I'm kidding. Come on. I keep telling you straight men to have more gay friends. Wait, we found out that Preston has slept with women? I'm kidding. And he said he could teach the guys a thing or two. And he was like, well, with what? He was like, my black. Yeah, Scherster says Jordan looked so uncomfortable when Amir was doing that. My thing is, if you were uncomfortable, you shouldn't have consented. You should be like, no. It just looked, and he didn't even do it for that long. And that's probably why he didn't do it for that long. He probably was like, she's not feeling it. She doesn't like me. Look, I would have been like this during my lap dance. Like, hey, you know. But that's why he wouldn't give me one, because I probably enjoy it too much. Anyways. All right, I don't know if I would enjoy it too much. I haven't even been to like a male strip club or anything like that. I don't want your sweatiness on me. They barely can dance anyway, those male strippers. They have like 2 left feet when they I'm like, y'all can't dance. Why are you up there? I have yet to see a stripper that can dance. Just saying. I mean, besides the actual female strippers. Just saying. Just saying. All right. What else did they do in this game? Preston kisses Bria's neck, and she said it was like he was doing other things. But that's when we find out that Preston's been with women. He's had sex with women. I have never. I have never. Yeah, I probably would rather go to a female strip club. If it's anything like P Valley, down in the valley with the. If it's anything like that, yes. Oh, wait a second. Shady Tyrell says, is it just me, or did Amir and Jordan hook up like episode 1? It might be just you. Did you see something that we didn't see? Jordan has not been feeling Amir. Amir's really been trying to flirt with her. He's been really trying to get something going, and she's not feeling it. I think even if she wasn't being celibate, I don't think she would sleep with Amir. I don't think Amir is her type of guy. I don't know who her type of guy is, but Shireen says Gold Star Kempire. I am. Miss Brooklyn Diamond says that Magic Mike is a lie. They had Magic Mike in London. I was tempted to go, but then I was like, would I be the only guy in there? Would they even let me in? I was going to do it for research. All right, let's move on. Guys, if you're just joining us, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. We are talking about Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. Don't forget, tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, we will have our Tuesday takeover where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. We have a lot to cover, so I have a lot of homework to do tonight. All right? Exactly. Truly, Dorcas says, Amir is cute, but not her type. Yeah, that's the thing. Just because someone's cute or you view them as cute doesn't mean that everyone else does, or that's how they are attracted to someone. Okay. All right. Summer and Preston do end up kissing during that game. A very light peck, but as I told you before, she's starting to feel, not Preston, Lord. Summer and Alex kiss each other during this drunk or mind your business, Jasmine. I was, but then I didn't. All right. All right. So Summer and Alex end up kissing during this dare or drink game, but he asked for consent. And they end up pecking. I think they're going to hook up later in the season, maybe next week. I like that they're vibing each other. They seem like, it doesn't feel as, what's the word? Raunchy? You know what I mean? Ruth Ann says, I think she likes intelligence, which is, look, intelligence can be sexy. I like a sexy nerd. All right, moving on. So part of the group goes for lunch, and they, of course, are catching up and talking about what's going on in their lives. Jason is opening up about what he's looking for, and his perspective on dating is a little bit different now that he has a newborn. All right. Summer says that she's more aligned with Alex, so she's no longer interested in Amir. Aw, Amir. Woo, 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 Amir. Woo, woo, woo. So she's more now interested in Alex. Amir's interest in Jordan is waning because he's feeling the vibe. He literally gave the girl a lap dance and she was like this. But maybe she's like me and don't really like strippers. But this is not a stripper. This is someone you like. Imagine someone you like was giving you I have to say one thing about Amir. His skin was beautiful. Anyone else notice that? I was like, oh, that's some good skin. I don't know what he's doing or if that was just natural. I was like, the skin is skinning. Just something I noticed. Random, I know. Never mind the muscle and the abs. The skin was skinning. Just saying. Just my thoughts. All right. Guys, we will be taking callers in just a second, but let's get those likes up. We have almost 1,000 people here for our recap of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Let's get to 500 likes, y'all. Y'all watching. You've been here this long. Just saying. Like the video or dislike it. All right. Shout out to everyone watching on TikTok, everyone watching on Twitch, Twitter, and on Facebook. Guys, don't forget to like us on those platforms as well. Follow me on Twitter @TheKempire and on TikTok at TheKempire as well. All right. Let me take a sip. Okay. So we have this conversation with Jasmine and Jordan. All right. And Jasmine basically says to her, she knows that Jordan wants to have a life partner. Okay. And she gets emotional talking to her friend, saying that she doesn't want her to feel alone. And Jordan gets immediately defensive. She's like, do I need to have somebody to have worth? I've done so many things in my life. My worth doesn't come from being with someone. I'm like this. Whoa. Here's the thing. Maybe I would have felt differently if I didn't just have a conversation with my own friend about the same topic. And I am the Jordan in the situation. But I reacted very differently. I didn't attack my friend for saying that to me because I knew intention. For me, it's all about intention. I don't feel like Jasmine's intention was to make her feel like, oh yeah, what you've done in your life was not, worth nothing without a man. You know what I mean? I think, like I said before, we don't come to this world to be alone. Relationships are important. They're important for your mental health. They're important for your evolution as a person, be it friendships, be it love relationships. All of that is important. I just felt like Jordan's reaction was a little over the top, especially because your friend is not coming from a bad place. So for me, her reaction was like, whoa. It'd be one thing if, and maybe look, we're watching an edited reality show. We don't know their conversations all the time. Maybe Jasmine has been saying this to her endlessly. I don't know. But based on what we're watching, I didn't take what Jasmine was saying to her as like, oh my gosh, you're so alone. You need a man to be in your life. And I know some of you are going to agree with Jordan because maybe you are in the same situation. Maybe you're in the same situation. So you might be a little triggered. And maybe, okay, some of you looking at Jasmine, you're like, oh, she's annoying. Look, she's annoying because now she's married. Now everybody can be married. Well, I could say the same thing to my friend too, but no. And I also think it's all about the way that people present things. But like I said to you before, I don't feel like Jasmine's intention to Jordan was malicious. If her intention was like, girl, you need a man. You need to finally get a man. You're nothing without a man. That's not what she said, but that's what Jordan heard. That's what Jordan heard. You're nothing without a man. And that's not what I heard, but that's perception. Patrice says, I'm married and agree with Jordan. Which is fine. You can agree with Jordan, but I disagree. Tiffany says, no, I'm married for 17 years and I totally agree with Jordan. And again, you can, but I disagree with you guys. Just say it. Tiffany says that Jordan might still be annoyed with Silas. So it got cut off there. Yeah, it might be that too. And it might be a culmination. Look, we don't know the expansive conversations that these two are having outside of the show. Very possible. Felicia says Jasmine doesn't want to be the only married friend. She wants to do couple stuff. She's been trying to couple everybody off since the show started. Well, it could be that too, but that's not how I took it. All right. Melanie says Jordan was right. Here's the thing, guys. Jordan can be right for herself, but do I think her intention from her friend was malicious? And that's the question I would have for you guys. Jordan can be right, but do you think that Jasmine was trying to be malicious in what she was saying? Just saying. Exactly. Yakini, I agree with the same thing. The reason why Jasmine has been trying to hook everybody up, that's the producer. That's the Kyle Richards in Jasmine this season. Just saying. Temi says that you have to be your whole self before getting into a marriage or long-term relationship. Perhaps Jordan does not feel like she's there yet and her friend is pressuring her. Well, that's the thing too. We don't know if this has been a constant conversation between Jordan and Jasmine. We're only getting a glimpse. But if I'm basing this off of the show, I'm basing like she's bringing this up and literally you see Jasmine get emotional. You see Jasmine get emotional about this. Samir says, I thought it was malicious. Really? Oh, okay. Silver Fox says, Jasmine was wrong. Don't forget, Jordan is coming off of a year of celibacy. And Jasmine kept saying, I know what you want. What do I want, Jasmine? Her reaction was warranted. Okay. Look, I still disagree. Look, I still disagree. Because there's been an underlying energy with Jordan throughout the season so far that I've noticed. And sometimes your friends are the only ones that can say those things to you. And like I said, I had a similar conversation with a friend recently, and her approach was very similar to Jasmine. And she probably does bring it up a little bit, but not to the point where it's annoying. But at the end of the day, Jasmine, you already know. All it takes is one time for someone to say to me, or say what Jordan has said on the show, for me to be like, I am never gonna bring it up again, girl. If you're happy the way you are, good for you. I just thought that this for yourself. I would never bring it up again. I would never bring it up again. I don't think I've ever said this to a friend. I wanted to see you in a relationship. Have I? I don't think so. I don't think I have. Maybe when I'm in a relationship and married, I'll be saying it to other people. Because here's the thing, too, that we have to think about. For those of you that are married already, and you can weigh in the comments, when you get into a relationship, when you get married, and yes, you should show up as your full self, but how many people have shown up as their full self in their relationships or marriages? Just saying. A lot. How many of you did the work before you got into a relationship and then got married? I'll wait. Because it's good talk. It's good talk. But how many of you have actually done that? Okay, one or two of you will be like, I did. All right. Oh, Janice says, she said Jasmine was malicious. She's not even happy in her relationship. All right, let's get to that part. Let's get to that part. Because I felt like I've gone on. I've been talking for an hour. Damn. Wendy says that part. Of course, Jamie says, I did the work. I did the work. Gwen says, stop preaching, Kempire. I'm just saying, I'm just sharing my own thoughts. All right. And you guys are free to share your own, and you'll be free to call in and share your thoughts. Please understand, unpopular opinions, I don't think there's any unpopular opinions, are free to share here and in the comments section. Just saying. This is why we need a reunion, Andy. Jania says the work continues when you get married. Okay, backtracking. Back to what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. In regards to those of you that are in a relationship, you could add what that relationship has added to your life. What has that relationship? And maybe once you are married or you're in a long-term relationship, you want that for other people. Like, oh my goodness, you would not believe what this relationship has added to my life. I want you as my best friend, as my good friend, to have that same experience. It's all about intention. Like I said before, I don't feel like Jasmine's intention was malicious. But look, who am I? All right. Okay. So one of the other things, so, we have this scene with Alex cutting Amir's hair, and he talks about why he started cutting hair. And I remember when I was a young kid, why my brother started cutting hair. It was because, I forgot, what was it? Something happened with the barber or something like that. So my brother ended up getting clippers. And then he had like a lifelong career, on like a side career of cutting hair, until I lost all my hair, he wasn't cutting my hair anymore. So Alex talks about, growing up where his father had lost his job and he had to learn how to cut his hair. Like, he gave a whole deep perspective on why he started cutting his own hair. I was like, and this is why these stories need to be told, because I would have never thought that someone had a very similar story to what happened in my own family. All right. Jordan and Jasmine discussed with the other group Jordan's reaction to Jasmine bringing up the whole, I want to see you have a relationship. So Jordan is sharing her thoughts. Who was she sharing her thoughts with? Preston. And then Jasmine was sharing it with Silas and Summer. And that's where I got a little bit more clarity, where Jasmine's, I believe, based on what we saw in that scene, that Jasmine's intention wasn't malicious. So Simon, Bria's boyfriend, shows up, all right? And he shows up with tequila. That was tequila, right? Because remember, that is the high-end version of the bottle that Giselle was talking about during Ultimate Girls Trip. Because when I was looking for the bottle, I saw that bottle. And that bottle's, it's not expensive for alcohol, but it's definitely a few $100s more than, or probably more than that, several $100s more than the porcelain one that we like. I actually want that bottle more. And I don't drink. I just want the bottle. It was a beautiful bottle. So Simon comes in bearing gifts. Bria, what the hell was it you wearing? Look. In my second watch of this episode, I was like, wait a minute, what does Bria have on? What in the Josephine Baker gone wrong is she wearing? What? What was that? Yes, the Casa Azul. Thank you, Miss Beverly. What was she wearing? My TikTok says strange feather dress. So as soon as he brings out the tequila, Silas and Jasmine change their tune. Is alcohol that important to y'all? Silas in his confession is like he knew what he needed to do to bring peace to the house. I really was just like, whoa, we've changed. And this is why I really changed my perspective on Silas and Jasmine and the reasons why they didn't want Simon staying there. So I was like, he brings you a little alcohol and you're like, mind you, Simon probably didn't need to give them the watches, but that sealed the deal for Simon staying for the rest of the trip. So Bria and Simon are hosting this special dinner for the group. He's gone all out for the group, and they go and they sit down and they have they have dinner and things like that. But he first presents them with gifts, expensive gifts. The rest of the group is getting $800 Philip Plein gifts, watches, and Jasmine and Silas, the married couple. She's like, I forgot to give you guys a wedding gift. When did they get married, Bria? I mean, they say you can give, honeymooners up to like a year to give them a gift or something like that. I think they say. So she gives them, we found out on Watch What Happens Live that this is his business that he's in, Simon. And he gives them these Versace matching watches. And their watches are worth $1,200 each. That was very nice of Simon. He really did not have to do that. But they changed their tune real quick. Now all of a sudden he's like, Bria's right. She was like, they're not going to be talking about him spending 3 days there. Wait, let me save this comment. Hold on. What you guys say, Jasmine? Jasmine says, we were just happy he didn't come in with bad energy. He came in and it was good vibes, and we said we were starting fresh. Jasmine, come on, girl. The house had already decided he was only spending 3 days. I didn't expect him to come in with some bad energy. He came in with tequila, and all of a sudden, Silas and you were like, yes, come on. We were starting fresh. Is he still spending 3 days? Not when she got those watches. There was some of the watches said Queen, and Jordan asked her, what does your watch say? It says Versace. Look, I'm not mad at y'all. See, here's the thing, Simon. That wouldn't have worked on me. The watch probably would have worked on me. But no, I'm stubborn. But the liquor wouldn't have worked on me. I'm like, I don't drink. Try again, Simon. I wonder if Simon's just used to buying people. Because I don't know if that's the way I would have, I don't come with my hands swinging when I go to someone's home. But it was interesting how they changed their tune. And then Silas wants to act like the big brother for Bria now. He's like, so what are your intentions with Bria? You didn't care about his intentions. You didn't even want him to stay there. But now you got a new Versace watch and you're like, what are your intentions with my sister-in-law? What is your intentions with my sister-in-law over here? Huh? And am I going to get another watch? What are your intentions? Well, this episode ends with Jasmine basically saying that, Silas is talking about he feels like there's strength in being a couple. And then Jasmine opens up, and I'm sure a producer was in her ear. Well, you need to talk about your side. And she's like, she finds it more of a struggle as a couple, although he sees it as it being, especially in this group dynamic, she's found it difficult being a part of a couple situation. And that makes sense. And I know so many times people think, oh, the couples are, they're okay because they have each other. But in this group dynamic where everyone is single, Jasmine has left her singlehood behind because now she's a married woman. She's now opening up at the end of this episode that it's been a struggle for her. And we're all like, we didn't see that coming. We didn't see that coming. Yeah, always priceless says, love the backstory on Alex. I always felt like there was something there. This was a good episode. This was a good episode. Guys, if you're just joining us, don't forget to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. We already have almost 1,100 people watching on multiple platforms. Our recap of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Don't forget to tag Bravo TV on social media and ask them for a Summer House Martha's Vineyard reunion. We can make it happen, even last minute. Let's film it here in New York. Just saying. I mean, they're all like in this area, right? We need Mariah there. Did Bria say that someone said that Bria and Mariah are good? I need to hear that from Mariah. Everywhere I see so many people say justice for Mariah, justice for Mariah. And look, Bria, it's not even between you and Mariah anymore. It's really between Mariah and Amir. That's why he hugged her goodbye. He felt bad. Tiffany says, why did Jasmine choose that setting to bring it up? That's why I said it felt like a producer was in her ear. This is the time. Go. Look, go. All right. Let me say thank you, guys. And first of all, before I say thank you, let me just drop the call-in link for our members first. Shout out to our members for supporting us on a monthly basis. And shout out to all of our new members that joined today for our Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. We appreciate you guys. Senior Royals, we're going to drop the call-in link first for you. So let me just do that. TikTok, keep tapping your screens. Let's get to 20,000 likes. We are talking about one of my new favorite shows. I got a couple of new favorite shows right now. We'll talk about those tomorrow during Tuesday Takeover. But we're talking about Summer House Martha's Vineyard. All right. Senior Royals, I dropped the call-in link for you. Royal Court members, I'm dropping the call-in link for you. And Team Kempire members, I'm dropping the call-in link for you in a second. In a second, after I read through these super chats. All right. Stanielle says, remember at the end of the episode, Jasmine said she was struggling with being married and cried. So I think Jasmine doesn't want to be the only married one. Possible. Felicia, or in this group dynamic. Because remember, she does say in this group dynamic, being the couple, she's struggling. Felicia, thank you so much for the super chat. Felicia says, I also think Jordan doesn't want to be boxed off and labeled. She wants to define who she is and how she's viewed. I think that's why she's always feels the need to defend herself. Possible. Very possible. Thank you so much. Again, if we had a reunion, she could explain that. Mrs. D. Green, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, so is Jordan the only one allowed to share her opinion with Jasmine? She seems to always want to shut Jasmine down when Jasmine gives input. Ooh, interesting. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Danielle says, I want Jasmine to take notes from Bria on having gifts for your guests when you're hiring. What do you mean when you're hiring? And thank you so much. Tanya, thank you so much for another super chat. She says, I don't think Jasmine cared about Simon coming. I think she was just having Silas's back. Silas seemed like the one with the problem. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. And she's trying to do a united front with her husband. All right. Again, guys, if you're a member of the channel, I dropped the call and link on the community tab. Live chat. Let's get to 500 likes, and I'll drop the call and link for the general audience so you guys can call in and share your thoughts. Okay? Ooh. All right, we got a lot of Bria love in here. Bria, did you tell your people to come in here? Oh, no. I mean, I think after this week's episode and Watch What Happens Live, a lot of people have shifted a little bit when it comes to Bria. But keep watching. When you're thank you, B. She says, I'm sure she meant when you're hosting. Sorry. Yeah, so well, I mean, look, we also have to remember this is a reality show. Is Jasmine really hosting? Look, is she really hosting? But if we're gonna go with that theme, then let's go with that theme. Okay? All right, let me take a sip of water because I've been talking a lot. Okay. All right. Team Kempire members, I've dropped the call and link for you. There we go. I'm going to bring up Miss Beverly first. Hold on. Oh, wait. Let me switch out my thing, though. Hold on. Let me switch to my callers. There we go. And let me put on my disclaimer again. Everyone that's calling in, no cussing. Look, no profanity, no derogatory statements. Share your opinion. You can do it in a non-derogatory way. Okay? All right. Let's get to some callers. Miss Beverly, thoughts on this whole situation?
Oh, Kempire, you mean I can't curse?
Miss Beverly, you never curse.
I'm just playing. Well, you know what? I wanted to say, and I don't know, this is just the way I feel. Maybe Jordan, I don't think what Jasmine said was malicious, but maybe Jordan and she had conversations about how Jasmine has been feeling. And, so that might be where some of Jordan's energy is coming from.
Okay.
Now, as far as Bria, I've liked her. Now, I didn't like how she acted with, the thing about maybe because of Simon's skin color.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't like that, but I've always liked her because she's tiny and tough. And if I were Bria, Simon would have stopped by the corner store and get a bottle of barefoot wine.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't have given them nothing because heads turn, and that's the thing. I wouldn't have want him to be perceived as trying to quote unquote buy his way into the group.
Yeah.
And so and that Nick and Alex, they kind of like watching paint dry.
But look, not everyone can be a big personality on a cast.
Well, and that's true. Somebody has to be laid back, but I do believe that it's the new girl. Her name is Summer.
Yes.
I think she and Alex are going to be. And then again, I don't know, because they have so much in common.
Mm-hmm.
They may not, you have to have somebody that's opposite of your personality. Like my husband, he was very opposite of me. He had to be. And another thing you don't ever do, at least me, I can't give anybody, I don't give anybody advice, relationship, marriage, none of that. If they want to vent to me, that's fine. But who am I to tell you how to run your life and your relationship? I keep my mouth closed, because then when things go wrong, don't come looking at me, because I'm going to have to tell you about yourself.
Beverly. All right.
See you later. I'm going back in the chat.
Take care, Miss Beverly. Miss Beverly's on fire today. If you were here during Real Housewives of Atlanta, then you know. All right, let's get some more callers from our members. Again, if you're a member of the channel, we've posted the call and link on the community tab. Here on YouTube, we're taking some callers talking about the latest episode of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. All right, Miss Brooklyn Star's backstage. We're going to bring her up. What's going on, Miss Brooklyn Star?
Hey, how are you doing, Cap?
I'm well. How are you?
I am good. I caught up on the show a little bit, and I've been getting into it. I really like it. I think I didn't like the way Silas and Jasmine kind of like tap dance when Simon gave him them watches. I didn't think, okay, so let's just be real here. Versace's not known for timepieces, okay? Like, I could have held out for something more from Simon to like just totally slip like that. I just thought it was like cringy, like really? And also I think they could have let the man stay for 7 days. Like that flight alone, me going from the A to Germany, I slept for 16 hours
Ooh.
just to like balance myself out when I landed. Like, the what is it they call it, like the
Jet lag.
time change. I
Oh
had to
yeah.
get adjusted. They could have let the man stay for a week. It wasn't that serious. If I got to listen to you guys have sex every night, being so inconsiderate, you could let my man stay here for 7 days. I thought it was like ridiculous. um Alex and Summer are two of the most boringest people. I think they're attracted to each other, but to listen to them talk about, meditate. I felt the sun come up. I felt the sun go down. I was just like, y'all are boring, but y'all are very attractive. And I could see y'all getting it on, but they were
Oh.
boring. And I think that's it. I really like Preston. I think Preston, like, I like Preston on this show. And other than that, I don't think Jordan's going to get with anybody on the show. I think Amir realizes that it's not a go. I'm glad that he realized it. And I'm
Finally.
glad they realized it early and not wasting anybody's time. He's so handsome. Yeah. Well, did you get a vibe between him and Andy? Andy, I know we agreed that he likes to jump on any young black man that's, young or old on there. But I think he was really trying to feel Amir out if Amir swung maybe a little toward that side sometimes.
Or
I
if
think
he could get
if he
a
could get
leg
them
up
there.
or a second season.
Yeah, and I wonder why Amir slid into Andy's DM for real. That's what I was wondering. I think there's more to Amir. I'm sorry. I was just like, okay, I'm watching. Okay, that's all.
Thanks, Brooklyn Star. Y'all are a mess, man. Guys, we hit 500 likes, so we're gonna take some calls from the general audience in a second. Keep liking the video; it's easy and free. We're gonna bring up Wendy next. Y'all are a mess. Oh, hold on, Allison. Wendy, what's going on?
Hi, Kempire. I'm off work. Yay! But
Yay!
anyway, I wanted to say, about Jasmine talking to Jordan about being married and everything. I remember when my best friend in the early 2000s got married. We was in our early 20s, and she wanted me to be married too. And I was not at that place. I waited till I was 35 before I got married, and I'm glad I did because I lived a lot of life before I got married. Too bad I was only married 4 months before my husband passed, but I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot, and by month 2, I was ready to give him back to his mama. To be
You
honest
know
with
what?
you,
Come on now.
because I was so used to being on my own. Me and Jordan, we are both Capricorn, so I can understand her feelings, but also you have to understand at that time, Jasmine was only married for only months, so she's adjusting too. And when my friends got married, because I had a lot of friends that got married before I did, and I had to understand to see them in a new role, that they had a new crown on as a wife, and that you cannot expect the old them because they're now having a new crown. And that's all I have to say. And I
You-
love you,
Thank
Kempire.
you, Wendy, and thank you for calling in. Wait,
All right.
Wendy, did you end up remarrying?
Oh no, I'm not married yet.
Oh,
I'm
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 not gonna
I'm
put
I'm
pressure on you. I'm not gonna do a jazz.
I'm at the point now that I'm ready to date,
Okay.
because it really took me aback when my husband passed. I was just blindsided.
Were you
And
guys together a long time before you got married?
huh?
Were you guys together a long time before you got married?
No, the point is, me and my husband met when we was in college.
Okay.
And he was a friend. That's why I was saying that Kappas were hoes, because he was a Kappa and he was a hoe. And because he used to ask me, why did you not try to get with me in college? I said, because you was a hoe. And so now he wasn't a hoe anymore. And I said, yeah, he had settled down. So yeah, and just in 2013, we hooked up once. Not hooked up, but we just hung out once, and then within 3 months, he proposed to me in 3 months, and 2 months after my dad passed, we just went to the courthouse because I didn't want a wedding because my dad couldn't walk me down the aisle. So
Oh, Wendy.
yeah,
Well, I'm glad you're look, like we're doing the Jasmine right now. I'm glad you're in the position because I want you to have love in your life.
yes, I do too, and I will have it.
You will. You
God
will.
told me He's
Along
coming,
with the love that
so
you have for yourself, of course.
yes. Yes, yes. You really have to love yourself before you can get into a relationship, because
Amen.
nobody can complete you. You have to already be complete within yourself.
Amen. Amen. Wendy, thank you so much for calling in and sharing your story.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Wow. See, this is the best part of when we get called. Is when we get the personal stories. All right. I'm gonna bring up Allison next. What's going on, Allison?
Hey, Kempire.
Hey, how are
It's
you?
Allison from Nowhere, Canada Land. I wanted to contact you because I am a Scorpio. Okay, so I have a little bit of some whiplash and issues from the recap I just finished with Atlanta. So I sense that the issue with Scorpios is that we are difficult and we are not easily changed.
Mm.
So let me put it to you this way. I've watched this Martha Vineyard show. I think these people are not interesting. I find it a little boring. They seem kind of immature. And yeah, anyway, so I am going to try to be loose and open and flow like the ocean and not shut the door on it.
Oh,
So this is showing you, sorry, that I am a flexible Scorpio.
we shall see. Call back next week.
I know it's not a very good point, but I was like, what? Why are we so bad? Because I thought
I didn't say y'all were bad.
right?
Guys, go watch the Real
Yeah.
Housewives of Atlanta recap. Allison, thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, have a great night.
You
Cheers.
too. Shout out to our members. We appreciate you guys being members here on the channel. To become a member, head on over to TheKempire.com/join. We're going to bring up Bernadetta next, and I'm going to drop the call in link for the general audience, and it will be timed general audience. Okay. All right. Bernadetta, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire. Hope
Hey.
you had a great weekend.
Thank you. I did.
So I thought that the editors had so much fun editing that conversation with Alex and Summer. They put on the kaleidoscope, the thing. I was like, this is hilarious and kind of shady. I loved it. I love when editors have fun with their Bravo shows. And then with in regards to like that conversation that Jasmine and Jordan had, I got Jordan's side of it just because honestly, it feels like Jasmine is making the fact that she's a wife her like entire personality. And that's what rubs people the wrong way. And then it made me think of when Silas said last week that he's like, I want all my women, especially all my Black women, to be married. I'm like, okay, you guys are like feeding off each other and you're making like your marriage your full personality. But then I wondered, why is that? Why is she making it her whole entire personality? Why is there such a focus on it? That's her main storyline, right? I think it has to do with how their relationship started in the COVID. So they were isolated in the beginning. So maybe it's like she has to prove her relationship twice as hard. Like that's how she feels. That's just a theory that I had. I was just thinking about it. Like when my friends have gotten married, it's like, okay, next, like you're good. Like you're married, we celebrated. It was fun. We're moving on now. Like that's your life. It's not my life. So I was just like wondering, like, what could it possibly be? And I think COVID might be an explanation for it. Maybe I'm not sure, but I think that's why people are on Jordan's side on that one because of how often Jasmine brings up that, like, oh, I'm married now. I have to do this. I have to do that.
Okay. All right.
So those are just my thoughts. I don't
Yeah.
dislike anyone on the cast, but some people get annoying at times. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you so much
Have
for
a
calling
good
in,
one.
Bernadetta. Take care. All right. That's interesting. I have to say that it kind of changed my mind a little bit. All right. I'm going to bring up Danielle next. What's going on, Danielle?
Jesus Christ, I knew you were going to bring me up next. Hey, okay. I'm going to try to be quick because I'm trying to get ready for a gala. So, so I have to kind of disagree with the last caller because think about the female crew and the first one to have a baby. All she talks about is her baby. Jasmine is the only one in this crew who's married. So all she's talking about is marriage. And this is a change from who we're going to see hot mama fall to the floor next week, Jasmine, into being this prestige wife, Jasmine, that Silas wants her to be. It's a let's say position that she signed up for, she agreed to. So I don't see anything wrong with her saying it might be annoying sometimes to people, but it's nothing different than the new mom who's always everything is about the mother, everything is about her new journey of motherhood. It's no different. Jordan, I want to like Jordan so bad, but Jordan comes across, and I'm totally here for Jordan when she says, I don't want guys to like me for my looks. And I'm also here for him when she tells Jasmine that I don't need a man to make me whole. Jordan, you're pretty, but you're pretty just like everyone else. Like if a guy, like that's the first thing you see. We see is visual. The first, we don't walk up to somebody and instantly know, oh, you have a great personality. Oh, you have a big heart. We don't know that. So people are gonna be attracted to you physically first. Get over yourself, Bria.
Oh.
I'm still not here for Bria. I think she redeemed herself a little bit with Simon coming. And I've always said since day one, I don't see the big deal with Simon being there for a week.
Yeah.
Like we said, the time change, the flight, and I understand how the process goes of getting the houses, assigning the rooms. At the end of the day, only thing Simon will be is another mouth to feed. And we already see that he pulled up in the Corvette with the $1,000 watch. I'm sorry, watches, timepieces, because when they kept flashing that saying, oh, we got a watch. No, Bama, you got a timepiece. Anything over a couple of $100 is a timepiece. Y'all can't be Black excellent still talking about a watch. It's a timepiece. No, you know I don't like it. I'm the bougie one. I don't care. I don't like it. It's a timepiece. It's not the Casio digital watch on your wrist. This is a timepiece. It's not, and you got your Apple Watch on analog. So yeah, your Apple Watch is is giving timepiece right now.
I mean, it is like $800. I'm just saying. Anyways, go ahead.
It's still under 1,000, but it's not at the time.
Oh damn! Goodbye, Danielle. What else?
Go get the Hermes version, and then you're talking about timepieces for Apple. But I think, to your point, once the alcohol got in their system, Silas and Jasmine did change their tune. Toot toot beep beep. But yeah, and I do want to see justice for Mariah, and see you guys later.
Bye. You know what? All right. Since we were just talking about Bria, guess who's on the line? Let's bring Bria. Bria, hey.
Hi.
Bria, well, first of all, YouTube, you can't see this. I'll be posting this later.
Can you see me?
I can see you. We'll post this later. Uh-oh. Don't flash. Bria Fleming from Summer House Martha's Vineyard, the actress from Summer House Martha's Vineyard, is here. Oh, welcome. All right, let's get to it. Before I ask you anything, what did you want to say since you're calling in like a caller?
Listen, I just wanted to answer a couple of questions. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you have any? I don't know if you had any questions or if there was something specific you wanted me to point out.
Okay. Who are you friends with currently on the cast?
Everyone.
Including Jasmine?
Yes.
Okay. Are you guys in a good space?
Yeah, we're all in a group chat.
Oh. What's in the group chat?
Nudes. I'm just kidding.
No.
No, it's cool. We check up on each other. We just share updates and keep up with the episodes and talk about it, because a lot of us didn't get to see half the things that have happened on the show, and a lot of it is new to us, especially the interview part. So sometimes we're like, oh, you really said it about me, you really felt that way. So we're just checking in and being positive and respectful.
Okay.
And
have we heard anything about a season 2?
I don't know. I saw it on tweets, like, how people retweet it, like I heard it's a season 2 coming, but we haven't heard anything yet.
Well, they gotta get on it. It's summer.
I know.
Did you guys film in May this past season?
We filmed in September, last September.
That's why it was so cold.
I know. That's why we looked like we weren't interested in the moon mask, but it was just the weather.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I swear it was the weather, because it was really, really cold and that fire wasn't keeping us warm, and people thought like we weren't interested, but it was so cold. And I was like looking like ET phone home, but it was really, really cold.
Speaking of which, because did you find out that Amir was the one that basically caused the fight between you and Mariah while watching with us?
No, so Shanice had put me on like a couple of days after it had happened. She had let me know, and then I kind of just left it alone. I'm just like, all right, well, like I didn't know to believe her, because like half of the time we were really, really drunk in the house, and people don't realize that.
You guys
and
hold it
then when I
together
saw
well.
the episode, I was a little hurt. I was just kind of like, damn, like you actually knew and you could have interfered and said something, because it could have prevented a lot of chaos. And in that moment, we both were on edge, because I knew I wouldn't wash my dog stuff with other people's items. It's unsanitary.
Mhm.
I'm not that type of person, regardless of what you people think in the comments. But I would never do that. So I was a little confused when Mariah came up to me. And I think a lot of people missed when she said that she took my personal laundry herself and put it into the dryer, and somehow my dog's stuff got mixed with hers. But I was like, I never would wash my things with your personal stuff. So I was a little confused, but I had a Truly in my hand. So I was kind of drunk and like confused at the same time. And I'm like, I know I didn't do that. I know I just washed the pool towels, but like, damn, like I was a little confused, but we did get a little serious and was about to, chew our heads off. It was a real moment
So where are
that
you
I wish.
guys today, you and Mariah?
So we are very respectful of each other during our premiere. We talk. We are in a good place. We both respect each other. She's a beautiful woman. I have no ill will towards her. We're on a good term. A speakable
Is she in the
hugging
group
term.
chat?
So she is in a group chat.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. All right. Do
Yeah.
you think if you guys do get a season 2 that Mariah will be welcomed back?
I would love for her to come back. I said that in numerous interviews. I mean, at the time that we voted her off and I was in on that, I was in on that at the time because I was angry and I didn't know. And I knew in my heart I didn't do what she said I did. And like to be pushed or touched, I don't like people coming into my personal space. That was a violation for me. But I mean, we've had moments on the show where we were connecting, and I wish people would have seen that side. They didn't get to see that side when we got to connect and talk with each other because we had cool moments. Even in the hot tub, we mad chill. So, to see that moment with the dog's laundry, it was unfortunate.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, reality TV, whatever's going to get people talking.
Listen, I'm here to entertain. Don't forget that.
Okay. Well, speaking of entertaining,
Yes.
how are you adjusting to, because the Bravo universe it's a whole thing. As soon as you're on
Yeah.
Bravo, it becomes a whole thing. Can you talk a little bit about that and how your life has changed since being seen on this show right after a very popular show like Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Well, the only thing that's changed is just the diehard fans. When you're on a Bravo reality show, TV show, there is a lot of fans that are like serious about the Bravo community. You have the good and the bad. So I think the only thing is just like getting the hate and trying to like live my everyday life, because people have to know that we are human at the end of the day. We're here to entertain. Our show is non-scripted, so you get what you get, and sometimes in a moment we go through these challenges, but like give us a chance, like get to know us. So I think a lot of it is just kind of trying to deal with the hate and the harassment, because we get
Mm,
good harassment and then we get the bad harassment where you have to kind of filter that out.
yeah.
But that's the only thing that changed, is just the fans. We get the good and the bad. So
How was
it's
your
just trying to navigate through that.
how was your experience on Watch What Happens Live this week?
Oh my God, it was so much fun. It was like I didn't realize how much of a big deal it was until like I got to the studio and I saw my name on the door and everyone was just like, "Oh, can we do this, this, and this for you?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, like this is real." And then I saw like Mariah Carey's photos, J Lo's photos, Halle Berry, and I was like, "Wow, like this is awesome." And meeting Andy and being with Amir, like a lot of people don't know, Amir and I have a great connection. It's like a brotherly sister love, and we vibe. So it was really nice to be there with him and just to kind of vibe out with Andy, and it was so much fun. I felt like I was in my element.
So you've been watching the recap and you saw my thoughts that I shared about Amir's appearance on Watch What Happens Live.
Yes.
What is your reaction to what I had to say?
I mean, he was a little flirtatious. I saw a little flirtatious going on. I think, Amir likes to have a lot of fun. I don't even know what to say. I just think that some people, like I flirt with men and women. It's a Gemini thing, and it also just happens. I'm a very flirtatious person, so maybe he kind of has those characteristics like me, but I saw a little flirtatious going on, and I was like, "Ooh, okay."
Mm. What about the
I
thirst?
was
Because I
trying
because I had said
to
that I felt like he was being a little thirsty in his appearance.
No, Amir is like, he is very loving, and I think maybe when you send somebody in a DM and you're kind of butthurt, and then you're like, one day, I think he was a little butthurt and was just kind of like trying to, I don't know, flex on like, see, I told you you want to know my name one day, but it
Mm.
came off a little bit too much.
He
But I
also
don't
he also
know.
made a comment about Kyle, who's on the original Summer House,
Yes.
reaching out to Kyle, and Kyle got back to him, but never.
Was it Carl?
Carl? Or was it Carl?
It,
Whichever one.
Carl ignored. Carl ignore? I think he said, did he ignore
He responded
him?
like one. He responded back to him, and then he didn't respond. He didn't keep responding.
Respond.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then he he
Yeah.
didn't respond back. But
Oh, woo, 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 Amir.
oh.
Well, we covered a recent story about you being wrongfully arrested in Cannes.
Yes.
Can we get an update in regards to what's going on with that? Like, where are we with that?
Yeah. So at the moment, we are launching a police investigation in the police department, as well as the Cannes mayor and everybody that's like in that town of Cannes. They are corrupted there, and there's a lot of people that have been coming out. A lot of people of color who have been coming out with similar stories, and with this similar excuse. So we're trying to come together. My lawyer, she's a Black lawyer from France, like no joke. And she said it's not common, and it's unnormal what happened to me. And also the prosecutor, as well as the U.S. consulate and embassy, said the same thing as well. So they said that that's not the normal protocol, that it's not normal, and that they're sorry that happened to me, but they did launch an investigation, and that's going on right now. So I'm not going to give up until justice is served. And like, to be honest with you, I don't even think there's a woman that was involved. I honestly think that I was just kind of racially profiled by the police department there.
Yeah.
And
for those that aren't familiar with what happened, can you just briefly let people know what happened when you were in Cannes?
So I every year the Cannes Film Festival is one of the biggest festivals in the world, and I'm in the film industry. So is my younger sister, and we had accreditations to attend the festival and attend events there. And we were at a Zara, and we were shopping around for different dresses for an event in the evening time. We were actually booked for Kempire, and the police came and detained us / arrested us, took us in, stripped us butt naked twice, drug tested us without a translator twice. Without a translator, they denied a lawyer. They denied us to call our parents. The only reason why we were able to get out was because we were able to make a phone call to Simon on the way there and shared our location. And then they took our phones after that. So they said a lady claimed that we robbed her in Zara. And I'm like, how could we rob someone in broad daylight? But they didn't know. And I had a driver outside. I had a private driver and everything. But if it was a lady, how can I rob you in broad daylight in front of like hundreds of people in the Zara? People are taking pictures of us. And also the timestamps wouldn't make sense, because when you file a complaint, you have to go to the police department in France, according to what my lawyer said. You can't just like call up and be like, this person that looks like this robbed me, and like go arrest them and detain them, because it could be fake news. So it's not, the timestamps aren't really adding up with what the story the police told Simon, because this is what they told Simon. They wouldn't tell us anything.
Wow.
So,
the white man they told.
Yes. And
Interesting.
luckily, the detective that was in contact with Simon was German. Everybody spoke French. I don't speak French. So he had to speak Deutsch to Simon in order to get a hold of what was going on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, you're just joining us. We're talking with Bria Fleming from the show Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Bria, since we were talking about Simon made an appearance in this week's episode. How is Simon dealing with now being a part on the show and the conversation, now that he's seeing what everyone was saying about him before he arrived, and they changed their stories really quickly after that? What's his reaction to all of this?
He loved it. He loves everyone. One thing about Simon that I even said last night on Watch What Happens Live is that he doesn't judge people by what I say, and that's what I love about him. He goes in with a clear headspace and a clear perception of everyone, and he lets them show their true colors. So for him, yeah, I can complain all I want and he can calm me down. But when he came in, he's like, I'm coming in with a good energy and drinks, and I want to get to know everybody for my own. And that's what I love him for. Just being super, it's very rare, because some men would just be like, oh, I have a problem with you because you disrespected my wife or whatever. But with him, it was different. And he came with love and the alcohol and the good energy. And I was like, yes. And I knew they would love him because he's such a loving individual. Like, he's very, very sweet. And I was like, are you sure you want to give out these watches? And he's just like, yeah, because I did say something, but it was his decision. And like I said, he's a reseller. So it was something from the kindness of his heart, whether it came from his brand or his business or not. It's still expensive. And like I said, I don't get free watches every day. I live with the man. I get one for Christmas, freaking what's the holiday? Birthday and Valentine's Day. That's it. So it's nice that
So you have a
he
nice little
was able
collection
to-
already.
I have about like 5 or 6.
Okay. How long have you guys been together, you and Simon?
We just made 1 year, May 23rd. Yep.
Okay,
We
cool.
celebrated our 1 year anniversary in Cannes during everything that was going on.
Damn. So
Yeah.
you did just refer to yourself as the wife.
Well, I call myself wife. It feels like wife. Simon's right next to me.
Why is he not in the shot?
Why aren't you in the shot, Simon? Come over here. Say hi.
And there goes Milo. We really want to see Milo. Get out of the shot, Simon. No, I'm playing. All right.
But he looks better, right? Doesn't he look better with his hair like fluffy? People were making fun of his hair on the show and said he looked kind of old.
Well,
with the
look,
hair.
everyone's going to have their opinions. Everyone in our live chat is going to have their opinions. I'm sure they have opinions on the way I look, too. Who cares? Who cares?
Period.
He always gets saved, whatever.
Exactly. Can we really talk to Milo? I'm sorry, Simon. We loved you on the show. Thank you for the watches and the tequila. But let's
see it.
this is the star. Oh, hey,
Say
Milo. Hey. Milo is just a
He'll say
very
hi to you.
chill
If you say
dog.
Hi, Milo. He'll say back. Say Milo. Hi. He's
I'm
a
sorry,
little
Milo.
sneaky.
Ooh, I'm calling Milo.
You were calling him Milo,
I'm
but
sorry.
I like it.
Oh.
Hi, Milo. You say hi to Kim. He loves you.
He is so unbothered, y'all. Milo is
And he's
so
calm. This is how he is on the show. He doesn't bark. He
no.
just sleeps and behaves like he's not a
I have a
bad
question
dog.
though. You know, you came onto the show saying that he's your emotional support dog. Do you have documents to prove that?
I do have the document.
Oh.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know the story behind how I have an ESA? It's really quick. So
Yeah.
I've had a ESA dog since I was 15 years old, and what happened was I was dipping and dabbling with marijuana when I was younger, and actually got laced at the age of 15. So I was laced in high school, and I lost my mind, and my parents thought I was never going to come back, and I did a lot of therapy. And then that turned into the therapist recommending animal therapy. And why don't you try to get a dog to help you with responsibilities to take the stress off your mind? Like I couldn't leave the house. I was paranoid and had anxiety attacks.
Ooh.
So then I got emotional support animal, which was my first, which was a Pomeranian.
Okay.
And it helped a lot, like just going on walks, taking him to the dog park. And dogs are very loving. They know, they have like a soul. They know when something's wrong. So it stemmed from that. And a lot of people never knew. Like they think, oh, she's fine. Now I'm fine. I was able to snap out of it because some people aren't. But I still get anxiety here and there. I don't have the panic attacks anymore, thank God. But it did stem. I was laced at the age of 15 in a witch cause. So I do have the documents. I am better. You know, I'm 27 years old. But, you know, I always relied on just having a pet with me and the love and care and the responsibility that it comes with. And getting up early, going on walks, going to doggy daycare, wherever, and doggy outings. So
why
it
exactly
really
didn't you
helps.
share this with your friend Jasmine before arriving with Milo?
You know, at the time, everybody knew in the home that a dog was coming. I do want to clarify that. They
Oh.
knew a dog was coming. They didn't know who was bringing the dog.
Oh.
Because with these shows, you have to get clearance. You have to
Yeah.
let them know that a pet's coming. You can't just show up and be like, okay, my dog's here. I'm the queen of the house. You have to get clearance. So everyone knew that a dog was coming, but they didn't know who was bringing it. And then when they knew it was me, then everything changed. And I want to know, if it wasn't me, would it still be the same energy? Or would it be different? But they knew.
Okay. All right.
I'm not that type of person. I'm not. People think that like, oh, she's a demon girl. She's crazy. She's the brat. No, I have morals and respect.
Allegedly.
You know what,
I'm
Ken?
playing. Well, Bria, I appreciate you taking time. One final question. I keep rooting for a reunion because I do feel like there needs to be clarification.
Yes.
Any talks or rumors of a reunion possibly happening for Summer House Martha's Vineyard?
We are trying to fight for that as of now. Like, we would love one. I mean, I know it's not known in reality history to give a first season a reunion. It's usually happens down the line, second or third season. So I would really love one, and I would love everyone to be on there because we could just clear the air about certain situations. But as of right now, no. So it sucks. But yeah.
Well, look, nothing is impossible. Nothing's impossible. Again, guys, be sure to check out Summer House Martha's Vineyard every Sunday at 9 p.m. Bria, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate you. And sidebar, Bria,
Thanks.
you're not supposed to call in on platforms like this without permission from PR. Goodbye.
Whatever. Bye.
Bria makes her own rules. Bria makes her own rules. Anyways, I'm going to take some more calls. That was Bria Fleming from Summer House Martha's Vineyard. And Simon was there. And the real star of the show, Milo. The real star. He's very laid back, very chill. All right, let's take these last couple of calls, guys, because you know what time it is. I am hungry. I didn't expect you. Look, you just never know who's going to call in. You never know who's going to call in. I will post the video version of Bria and our conversation on the YouTube channel later after I eat something. Okay, so stay tuned for that. All right, Miss Bernice is backstage. We're going to bring her up. What's going on, Miss Bernice?
What up, though? What up, though? Hey.
How you doing?
Okay. I sort of like Bria, but she's still a brat. She's now on the screen. She's adorable, but she's still a brat. She had a temper tantrum. It didn't go away. They brought her food, and she felt better. Brat all day. Jasmine. Have you ever seen the movie Porky's? Kempire.
I haven't seen it, but I know what movie you're talking about.
Okay. They got a character in there called the Howler. Woman who have sex, and then she start howling like a dog. That's Jasmine. Y'all got to go look at that movie. I'm telling you, it is hilarious. It is hilarious. But when Jasmine was talking to Jordan, I felt for Jordan because it's such a stigma for women. You at a certain age, you're supposed to be married, and then you're supposed to squeeze out some kids. And if she hasn't been in a relationship for over a year, so she's healing from the trauma she had in her previous relationship.
Yeah.
So if she don't want to go through that same trauma, it's best for her not to be in a relationship. I wish more people would do that. Forever how long your relationship was, that's how many months you should before you start getting into another relationship. If you with some guy for a year, damn it, take a year off to find out what did I do to make him do that? Or what did he do to make me do that?
Okay.
Heal thyself. And then you can give off the energy that you want to attract to you. Instead of this hurt energy. If you're giving out hurt energy, you're going to get people who want to take advantage of that hurt energy.
That's true. Or has similar hurt energy.
Exactly. That trauma bond. You don't want no trauma bond.
That's true.
You want to move on past that trauma so you can be complete. And once you're complete and you can take care of yourself, then you can be able to take on someone else. But you still whole, but you just take it on someone else. And Jasmine hasn't learned how to do that. Like, she's still a newlywed. She hasn't given herself complete to her husband by letting her know this was a part of me when I was single, but it's still me. I'm your wife, but that's still an aspect of Jasmine, which is me. And he thinks you're supposed to be wifey. Okay, you wifey, I protect you, and that's it. No, you cheating yourself and you cheating your wife. Because both of y'all are more than that. You yin and yang. What she lack, you provide. What you lack, she provide. Come on now. They haven't figured that out yet. That's why she looks so sad at the end of the episode.
They are young.
She hasn't figured it out yet. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Miss Bernice, for calling in.
You're welcome, kiddo. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye. Okay, we're going to bring up Danny next, but let me just say thank you. Oh, wait, hold on. Jasmine said earlier, she says, y'all, who has the time to mean mug or hold a grudge? Not I. Okay. Gwen says, Amir said he's going to make it one way or another in regards to DMing Andy. Okay. And Jasmine says, another Jasmine, she says, Jasmine and Silas need to be in the pool house that Mariah was in with all that loud sex. I I mean, I guess this is the whole reality TV producing moment. They want to cause the stir, but yeah, why didn't they go to the pool house? Who was in the pool house after Jasmine got kicked out? All right, let me bring up Danny next. What's going on, Danny?
Hey, Kempire, I'm gonna be real quick because I know you're hungry.
Thank you.
I was calling in to say that Silas kind of rubbed me the wrong way in the episode when they were intimate, and he was like, "You gotta be quiet, you gotta be discreet."
Yes.
And then when she wasn't making no noise, he was like, "I can't be into this because you ain't making no noise. It don't turn me on." And I'm like, why would you say that in the moment? Like, why don't you say, you know what, babe? Maybe another night. This ain't working for me right now. Like, he made it seem like it was her fault that she wasn't being loud after he told her not to be loud. And I understand Jasmine's plight because I'm married now. I've been married to my husband for 2 years, but I'm married into like an affluent family. I'm just a little ghetto girl from North Philly, though. So marrying to them, they like hung out with dignitaries in Africa and stuff. Like, they really affluent. So I felt like I had to change a little bit. I couldn't find my identity at first. So I can see how Jasmine is struggling in her friend group because it is different when you're with a man, especially a man of influence. I don't know what Silas does, but he seemed like he has some type of power or whatever, like authority. So I feel for Jasmine. Jasmine, I'm a writer, girl. Hook me up, some scripts or whatever. Bye, Kempire. You have a good night.
Bye, Danny. Oh my goodness. You gotta shoot your shot. Danny's a little thirsty too, but I don't mind thirsty. Like, 'cause for me, thirsty, I know a lot of people, it comes with a bad connotation, but no, you gotta be thirsty, especially in entertainment. If you're really trying to make it up to a certain level. We were just talking about Young, Famous, and African. We were talking about Swanky being a little thirsty. It's okay to be thirsty, but not at the detriment of friendships. Just saying. Anyways, let me switch this out. Hold on, y'all. Let me put this up. All right. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the Real Housewives. No, we were talking about Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. We even had a surprise call in from Bria Fleming, one of the stars of the show. So, replay crew, don't forget to let us know where you're watching from, how you'd rate this episode of Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, and your thoughts on the episode as well. We appreciate all of you being here. I hope you haven't forgotten to like the video. We have over 1,000 people watching on multiple platforms, so be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free opportunity to support the channel. So if you're part of the replay crew, you can do the same as well by liking the video. And somewhere on the side here will be our Trevor Project Pride Month fundraiser. We're trying to get to $2,500 for the month for the Trevor Project. So replay crew, you'll see it somewhere here. Please donate what you can or share the video for someone that can donate. Thank you all for being here. Everyone have a great rest of your evening. I will see you guys tomorrow for Tuesday Takeover at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. PST. Thank you for everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Those of you that send a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and those of you that have bought Pride merch, houseofkempire.com. Our Pride merch is now available. And if you are a senior royal, be sure to check the community tab for a discount code. I will see you guys later. Bye, y'all. Let's get out of here. Mm-mm-mm-mm.